to read? You all like to read? What is your favorite story, Olivia? What's your favorite story to read? The Little Mermaid? That is a great story. Does anyone else have a favorite story they like to read? Yes, what's yours?
Princess story.
Any sort of princess stories? Anybody else have a favorite? Tangled, do you like that movie? Do you like to read that book?
Ariel.
The Little Mermaid, yes. Oh my goodness. Look, all three of us look just the same, except you're wearing my pretty red dress. Well, does anyone else want to share their favorite story?
I like Belle.
Do you like my story? Oh, that's so sweet. What about you, Princess? Huh? Aurora, Sleeping Beauty. That's a great story. Well, I love reading stories. And all my favorite stories start with the same words, once upon a time. So can we try that all together on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Once upon a time. Very good. Once upon a time, I was walking through the village, reading my most favorite book, dreaming about going on an adventure. Has anyone here ever wanted to go on an adventure? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go, Olivia? Do you know?
Disney World.
No? Disney World? Do you want to come visit me at Disney World? You'll have to come visit me. Well, I've always dreamed of going on an adventure. And I began to sing this song. Do you remember this song? Yeah? Will you sing with me? Here we go. Sing it. Little town, it's a quiet village. Every day like the one before. Little town full of little people waking up to say. There goes the baker with his trays like always. The same old breads and goods to sell. Every morning just the same, since the morning that we came to this poor provincial town. Morning, monsieur. The bookshop. I just finished the most wonderful story about a beanstalk and an ogre and... I guess you didn't want to hear about my story. Well, where I'm from, instead of saying hello when we wave, we say bonjour because I'm from France. Can we try that all together on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I know, you can be much louder than that. Let's try one more time, okay? 1, 2, 3. Bonjour. Very good. Even louder. One more time. 1, 2, 3.
Bonjour.
Good job. There must be more than this provincial life. Good morning. I've come to return the book I borrowed.
Finished already?
Oh, I couldn't put it down. Have you got anything new?
Not since yesterday.
That's all right. I'll borrow this one.
But you've read it twice.
I know, but it's my favorite. Far-off places, magic spells, daring sword fights, a prince in disguise.
I get all that much, it's yours.
Oh, but sir, I couldn't.
Insist.
Thank you. Thank you so much. He gave me my favorite book to take home and keep forever. Isn't that so nice? Well, I began to read it, and I wandered over to a fountain where I began to sing to some sheep. Do you remember this part? Will you sing it with me? Yeah? Here we go. Oh, isn't this amazing? It's my favorite part because you see, here's where she meets Prince Charming, but she won't discover that it's him till chapter 3. Oh, how beautiful. Thank you so much for singing with me. Well, after that, I headed back home, and when I got home, all of a sudden, my father's horse Philippe was galloping towards me. You see, my father had gone to market earlier in the morning, but now Philippe was returning, and my father was no longer in the saddle. I asked Philippe if something was wrong, and he nodded his head and made a noise like a horse and went like that. Can we try that all together on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Very good. I asked Philippe if something was wrong, and I hopped on, and I said, "Take me to Papa," and he galloped into the forest. Can we all gallop together? And I told him to go faster. Can we go faster? Then faster, and we went deeper and deeper and deeper into the woods, and then all of a sudden, we came to a beautiful enchanted castle. Well, I didn't know who lived here. I had never seen it before. So I told Philippe to wait outside, and I went into the castle. Well, I searched high and low for my father and tiptoed through the hallways, but I couldn't find my Papa anywhere. Well, finally, I went up to the tallest tower in the castle, and who was there?
The beast.
The beast, and who else was there?
Papa.
My Papa, and was he locked away? He was locked away in a dungeon. He told me I had to leave right away, but I told him I wasn't going to leave without him. When all of a sudden, who came in and gave a big roar?
Beast.
The beast, right? Can I see everyone's scariest roar on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Scariest roars. Oh my goodness, those are very scary. Look, I was so frightened. I asked the beast if he would let my papa go, and what did he say?
No.
Then I had an idea. I thought maybe the beast could take me instead. And what did he say? Yes, he said yes. So my papa was set free, but I was going to have to stay in the castle forever and ever and never get to go home again. But I was happy that my papa was free. Well, that night I met some new friends. One of them was a candlestick. Does anybody remember his name? He was very funny. Lumiere, very good. And one of them was a clock. Does anybody remember the clock's name?
Cogsworth.
Cogsworth, very good. One of them was a teapot. She was sort of an older motherly teapot.
Mrs. Potts.
Mrs. Potts, exactly. And one of them was a little teacup Chip, right? Well, they were all very friendly. And they
I
asked,
like Chip.
you like Chip? So do I. He's one of my best friends. Well, they asked if there was anything they could do to make my stay a little bit more comfortable. And I had to admit, I was a little bit hungry. And before I knew it, they had swept me into the dining room, and in front of me was all of the food I could ever want to eat. Does anyone here have a favorite food?
Pizza.
Pizza, what's yours? Watermelon?
Rice.
Rice? Ooh,
Cake.
yum. Cake? How about you?
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes? Yum. Anyone else have a favorite food? Yeah, what is yours? Yes. Does anyone else want to share their favorite food? No? Well, all of those foods were there, and even more. And I ate and ate and ate, and while I was eating, all the cups and the forks and the knives and the spoons, they all began to dance and sing, and I realized that this castle was a very enchanted place. Well, after dinner, I was very full, but I was still very curious, and I began to explore the castle. And I came to a room where the door was slightly open. Cogsworth told me I was not allowed to go in there because it was the beast's forbidden room. But I didn't care. I was so curious. I wanted to see what the beast was hiding. So I went in, and on one side of the room there was a torn portrait, and on the other side there was a shattered mirror. And at the very back of the room there was what? A beautiful what?
Flower.
A beautiful rose, right? A beautiful red rose. Well, it was so pretty I wanted to touch it. And I was just about to touch it when all of a sudden who came in?
Beast.
The beast, right? Did he give a big roar? Can I see everyone's roar again on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Very scary. He did not want me to touch his rose, and I was so frightened that I ran out of the castle, and I completely forgot my promise to stay in the castle forever, and I hopped on Philippe and headed to go home. Well, we didn't get very, very far when we met some very mean-looking, does anybody remember what kind of animals they were? They were wolves, right? They were not very friendly. Well, luckily, somebody saved me. Who was it?
Beast.
The beast, right? He fought off all the wolves, and he got hurt in the process. So I took him back to the castle, and I nursed him back to health. Well, as we spent more time together, and as I got to know him a little bit better, he started to change. He was still the same beast on the outside, but on the inside, he was learning how to love.